guys, got some Pokemon TCGO for you today. Going to apologise in advance for the speed of the video. It was quite a long matchup, so I had to speed it up in order to fit to YouTube's uploading limit. So I'm not going to get much of a chance to describe what's going on, but I will do a deck profiling of this build at some point to show you how it works and talk about the technique of the deck. But I'll do my best to try and keep up with the action that's going on. So get our opening hands, and it's a good hand for me. I've got 3 Pokemon, and Eevee, Sunkern, and a Foongus. They're 3 guys I really want to open up with because they're the main body of the deck, and get to go first, which is always good. Going to drop down that energy onto my Eevee. That's going to allow me to call for family, so I can search for any basic Pokemon. And I can see all my Eevees and Foonguses are available, so I haven't got anything prized that's important in the basic line. And I'll get forward, I'll pull out my Cleffa. He's going to put an Evilite on his Reshiram to try and protect it a little bit, and he's going to get himself a Tepig and play Sharon, 3 more cards, and drop another Reshiram. So he's getting himself built up as well, so good 2 first turns for both of us. He's down double colours, so he's going to be able to outrage this turn. Does 20 damage plus 10 more every damage attached to it. So 20 damage to me. Because I'm absolutely a pro, I don't use my switch, but decide to swap out using retreat to get rid of the energy. Kind of a wasted move, but well, hindsight's a beautiful thing. But we eke away our hand, and we're going to get ourselves a Amoonguss, but we haven't got that Sunflora, so I really want to get that card out. That allows me to pull Leaf Pokemon from my deck at will. He gets another Reshiram and another Evilite, and he's going to do 20 more damage to my Cleffa. So I'm going to play my Amoonguss. That's going to poison and confuse his Reshiram, so if he does decide to attack me, he's got that risk of doing damage to himself. Play another Eevee, and I'm going to attach some energy to it. Play my Scoop Up, get my heads, that way I can pull back out that Amoonguss and drop down the Foongus again, so I keep that evolution line going and keep in doing those special effects on his active. He takes 10 damage from the poison, and Cleffa does his job and staying asleep, so I'm going to have a good little another turn to stall here. He drops a Fire Energy on one of his other Reshirams and takes 10 more damage from poison. This time Eevee stays asleep, sorry, Cleffa stays asleep, but I can evolve one of my Eevees into a Leafeon. And I'm going to drop down another Eevee, so I've got 3 out. And I'm going to play Professor Oak's New Fury, get myself a new hand. Got a level ball, but didn't get a switch. Really want to get that Cleffa out of the way, but at least with the level ball, I can search forward and get myself a Sunflora. And I see I've only got 1 more Leafeon left in my deck, but that is going to be important later on in the game. So anyway, I can now pull out some Leaf Pokemon. So I'm going to pull out that Leafeon, because obviously I want to get my, my guys evolved. And I can't really do much here, but now Cleffa wakes up, so it's got the chance for him to knock me out. If he flip a coin from being confused, if it's tails, he'll hit me. So if it's tails, he'll deal 30 damage to himself, and if it's heads, about to hit me. So he plays himself a collector, get another Tepig, another Reshiram, and a Reshiram EX. And he gets the head, so he gets his first prize, knocking out my Cleffa. But Cleffa's done its job, it's stalled the matchup, and I've managed to get myself set up. So I'm going to pull forward the Leafeon. I've got times 2 weakness, so I might as well put the one that's taking damage out, because it's going to die either way from a retaliatory strike. But I'm going to get myself another Foongus down. And I'm going to equip my hand because I don't need those Pokemon collectors. And we've got ourselves another Amoonguss, which is going to be good. So we're going to do Miasma Wind, does 50 damage times number of special conditions, which would be 100. Minus 20 from the Evilite was 80. He takes 10 more damage from the poison counter, which would be a knockout. So he gets his other Reshiram forward, and I got a Leaf Energy from my prizes, so nothing particularly great. He plays Fisherman because he hasn't got any Cylons, so that at the moment, so that gets that 1 Fire Energy back from his discard into his hand. So then it will obviously allow you to search out for 3 basic energies. And he pulls forward my Foongus because he can see that's the technique of the deck. He's going to kill them while they're basic. Only got 40 HP. We're going to have the times 2 weeks to fire, so that'll do the 14 damage to knock it out. So anyway, I used my Sunflora to get out another Foongus to drop it down, and I had Amoonguss in my hand, so I can now poison and confuse his active Reshiram, and that way I'm going to be able to do 80 damage to it from the Miasma Wind, and it's going to take 10 damage between turns from poison. So I'm going to oak away my hand, and I've got a Catcher and a Shaman EX. Shaman EX we use for late game, and because it does 30 damage plus 30 more for every prize that your opponent has taken. So there we go, Miasma Wind, there's the 80 damage and then the 10 more. He's going to play himself the Heavy Ball to get out his M-Ball, so I'm guessing with a Rare Candy in hand, he plays his Rare Candy, now he's got his M-Ball that allows him to drop as many Fire Energies from his hand onto his Pokemon as he likes, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage. He plays a Switch to remove the special conditions from the active Reshiram, and then plays a second switch to get out that Reshiram, and does outrage for 220 damage, completely just wiping the floor and destroying my Leafeon. I decided to play my Shaman because it's about the right time. He's taken 3 prizes, so I'll be able to do 150 damage. And we're going to play that. Looks like we played a Seeker, so we're going to get up the Amoonguss. We can drop down that Foongus. None of his bench Pokemon are taking damage, so it's definitely the right time to play it. Can't evolve at this turn, but we're going to pull out with Pokemon Collector his Emboar. Emboar's got a very high retreat cost, and he's only got 4 cards in hand. I doubt they are going to be energy cards. I'm going to evolve my Foongus into a Amoonguss to poison and confuse his Emboar, and I'm going to get another Foongus, a Eevee, and a Cleffa by using my Super Rod. Probably hindsight not the best cards I could have pulled out, because I should have thought earlier that I had obviously only 2 Leafeons and they've both been knocked out. Well, so one's been knocked out and this one's active. But anyway, so I do 100 damage, takes another 10 more from the poison count there, so that's 110 damage. Emboar has 150 HP. He junk arms 2 of his cards away though, that's to get a switch, so he's going to get that Emboar out of harm's way and pull out his Reshiram, which is then going to knock out my other Leafeon. So now I haven't got any Leafeons, so because my other 2 are prized, so I'm pretty stuck right now, and I haven't got enough energy to put on onto my Shaman to do damage, so I'm going to have to put out Eevee, but I get lucky and draw into the Cleffa, so probably a good job that I did use Cleffa to in the Super Rod. I'm going to evolve that Foongus into a Amoonguss to apply the special conditions onto his Reshiram, and we're going to use Eco Our Hand to get that Leaf Energy. Sorry, I worked out the damage of 150. That wasn't right because he's only taken 3. That would have been 3, 6, 90 damage. So he's taken another 2 prizes since then. Anyway, so Cleffa's done its job. It's stayed asleep. It's going to stall him. He's going to take 10 more damage from poison. He's going to drop himself a Reshiram. Unless he's got a catcher, he'll be able to catch around my Shaman, knock that out, and obviously take the 2 prizes because it's an EX. But he's only got 3 cards in hand. Unless he's got junk armor, he's not around to do that. But so he switches out for his EX, and then drops down the Dual Colorless and a Fire Energy. I thought this is a bit of a strange play. So scoop up 1, Tails. Scoop up 2, Tails. So I'm not going to be able to get one of those Amoongusses back into my hand. So I don't really want to be playing the Seeker because he'll just Seeker up his Emboar and all the damage will be negated. But we do have a Twins. So from this Twins, we're going to get ourselves a Switch and a Catcher. Because are we going to get Catcher? No, we're not going to Catcher. We're going to get a Lost Remover. So we're going to get rid of that double colourless. So that means he's not going to do any attacks. And we're going to switch out for our Shaman EX, and I'm going to pull out a card because I've got Junk Arm. I need to start getting some stuff I can Junk Arm away, really. So Revenge Blast. It's going to do 150 damage to his Reshiram EX. It's not going to knock it out, but we've got no fear of unless he's got 2 Fire Energies in his hand, we're in trouble. And then he gets the Fisherman. He gets them back. So if he attaches onto his Reshiram EX, it'll do 50 damage times 2 weakness, 100, and then if he flips a coin of his head, just 30 more. So that will knock out my Shaman EX, and that will be the win because we'll take 2 prizes. So I'm thinking that I've probably lost this match now if he makes that decision. But as we see, he attaches them onto his Reshiram on his bench because he thinks he'll do Blue Flare and knock me out that way. Bit of a silly decision if you ask me, but he also didn't know that I had in my hand a Junk Arm. So what I do is I pull out the Sunflora, I'll play a Junk Arm. I don't need some Kernel or Sunflora because I've got one already set up on the bench. Select game, just checking the damages of his Pokemon. So I'll play my Junk Arm, get rid of those 2 cards, I'm going to get Catcher, and I'm going to pull out the Reshiram that has all that Fire Energy onto it, because Reshiram only has 130 HP, so 150 damage. That's going to knock it out, and he's now stuck with no cards in his hand, and all his Pokemon require attacks of at least 3, apart from obviously Outrage, which will require 2 energy, and unless that card's double colourless, he's won the game. And he hadn't, it was a Fire Energy, so I can now knock out all his Pokemon at will. My only fear really is if he gets a double colourless energy. Play our second Twins, we're going to get a Catcher. And what we're going to get for the second card. I'm guessing maybe Junk Arm to catch out something again. what would be good, because I need to kill, if I kill his Emboar, he's not going to get no energy acceleration. So if he does draw into a Sillin, he's not going to dump all those 3 energies. I'm not going to be in trouble. So we are going to get the Catcher and a Junk Arm so we can get it back again. And yeah, we're going to go for his Emboar, and we're going to knock that guy out. So he has no energy acceleration now. Again, if he top decks a double colourless, he can pull forward the Reshiboar that has all the damage on it, which he does, and that is double colourless, he'd win. But it wasn't, it was a Pokemon collector, so he just gets a Reshiboar EX, and I've won the game because he knows I'll be able to knock everything out. So, very fortunate, he made a misplay, but that's sometimes how you win games. So yeah, I apologise for the super speed of the video. I did my best to try and keep up what was going on, probably missed a few things, but thanks very much guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.